Hi there and welcome back to Learn Excel with Ramon. In this lesson, which is part 3 of our very basics, I'm going to show you how to start using indexing. We're going to index a cell and we're going to use that to apply taxes to our groceries list. But first, let me just get rid of this title here and let me bring up our groceries list that we had previously built. So there it is. So if you recall from lesson 1 and lesson 2 on the very basics, we built this together. We have here a list of the items that we want to purchase, and then quantities, unit of measurement, the unit price, and then the total price. In lesson 2 specifically, we introduced some basic calculations where we started multiplying. So we multiplied the cell, in this example here, B2 by D2, which is the quantity, 1 bag of milk, times the unit price to arrive at the total price. So we did that in lesson 2, and we also introduced the AutoSum function. So if you recall, we simply used the AutoSum button up here, and we created this automatic summation of the items here on the total price column. So we did those things in lesson 1 and 2. If you kind of want to recap on something, please go ahead and go back to those videos. In this one, I wanted to start introducing you to indexing. So here's our example. As I said from the beginning, we are building on the same example. And what I wanted to do here is to add taxes to these total prices that we have here. So these prices have no taxes, and we want to apply taxes to them. So I'm going to type in here, actually I'm going to type what it is in Ontario, Canada, HST taxes. And before I even type a number there, I want to make sure that this cell has the right formatting. And the right formatting for this example, just to make things a bit simpler here, it's going to be in percentages. So to do that, select the cell, which I have here, H1, and then I'm going to go up to this little number window here and open it up. So let's open up the number format window. Okay, so it comes already with a general format. The cells have no specific number format. I wanted to make this a percentage type of formatting. So I simply click on percentage, and I'm going to choose 0 decimal points. I don't need any decimal points in this example. And hit OK. Now that I have formatted properly, and you can also notice that it came up here, percentage, I'm going to type 13%, which is our harmonized sales tax in Ontario, Canada. Now, just as a caveat, there are a lot of grocery items that do not suffer any taxation. Just for the example, I'm going to use this 13% over the entire list. Again, it's to make the point of how to index the cell. Okay, so I have this here, and I'm going to create another column here. But I'm going to push this out a little bit. If you click with the right button of the mouse right over the column, and if you hit insert, it will insert a new column. I just wanted to distance that information there from the rest of my table. So there you go. Let's create a column here that I'm going to call price with taxes. As we've learned before, I can also double click on the line that divides the two columns here to auto-fit the information. Okay, so let's get to the indexing part of this. Total price has no taxes. I wanted to apply 13% over that total price. Because I have already set up my taxes in percentages here, I'm going to simply multiply we learned this before, equals to that cell that contains, in this case, 449 times, which is again the asterisk symbol, that 13%. So equals to 449, or the cell E2 that contains the 449, times the 13%. Now, because I don't want that cell to float, as I applied this calculation to the other items, I want that cell to be fixed. I'm going to click right in between that I and the number 1 there, and I'm going to hit F4 on the keyboard. You'll notice that it added that $sign before the I, before the 1. And again, what that does is it's going to fix that cell. That cell is not going to float. Hit enter. Now I have a column that I just created, starting with the first item with the taxes. In fact, it's not price with taxes. This is just the taxes. Let's delete that and just call it taxes. And once again, I'm going to adjust the width by double-click on the column divider here. Okay, now if I simply click at the corner here and drag this down, it's going to apply the same 13% over to all of the other items. And here's the importance of fixing that cell using that F4 that adds those $signs to the cell number. By doing this, as I go down the list here, you can see that my column E is changing. Notice how it goes to E2, E3, E4, E5. However, I1 does not change because I made it fixed. That's the important thing of it. So equally here, I can just pull up the summation, click on the cell that you want to see the result, and then on the auto sum. It has already selected what I want, the summation of the taxes. Hit enter, and now I have $8.18 of taxes. Make that bold, look a little nicer, and let's say that I'm going to add a line here. I'm going to call it the total price or prices with taxes. Once again, adjust your column width. I'm going to make this bold as well. And in this one here, I'm just going to simply use equals to that total without taxes plus the taxes amount. Hit enter, and now you have your total of 7109. I'm going to make it bold as well. And I'm also going to put a little bit of a backfill here, just to highlight that. So select the cells that you wanted to backfill, and then pick a color right up here. Just a nice, gentle, light yellow there. And I'm going to save my file all the way up here in that little disk. So that's basically it. Very powerful way of indexing various values by using one single condition in one single cell. If, for example, the taxes were not 13%, say that they were 5%, you could simply change this number to 5, and look what's going to happen here. Everything there obviously is going to change, because now it's a new indexing value. So that's basically it. At least for now, you know how to index a cell to different values. I hope you've learned something here today, and I hope to see you back to our very basic series on using Excel.